Alinipenda, akanichumbia. Lakini alinioa mimi kwa sababu alikudunga mimi ndo maana akakuoa. Ndio.
Ngeokoka.
Lakini baba, siwajua ya Mungu ni mengi.
Sasa wewe wafanya nini wewe?
Wajua kuwa mimba hii yako?
Waona sasa? Hivyo ndivyo ulivyotaka. Unaona sasa?
Sasa nini wewe?
Ni mkubwa. Ibilisi.
Wanafunzi mupo?
Sisi ni wa kesho taa. Msituzime jamaa.
Aina ya kwanza ya goma ni ile ya dudu 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 dudu. Iyo. Aina ya pili ya goma ni ile ya Kefi na amefuja TV. Baba yake akakuja akamuuliza kaiwe na goma.
Wazazi wanapaswa kufuatilia video ambazo watoto wao wanaona katika interneti wakitumia vyombo vya vidijitali.
Ndipo mimi napinga jambo lake kwa sababu vijana wanapata faida nyingi kuliko hatari.
Kanusha, sisi ndisi wanafunzi.
Sisi si wanafunzi.
Caleb umekosea kidogo.
We live in la vida loca, tunapiga sherehe nika tunapiga mboka.
A very good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for making time to watch KBC Channel 1. This is the Lunchtime News. My name is Betty Kiptum and Byron Abuli is my colleague on the sign language interpretation. Now, over 200 farmers in Gadhingi village, Laikipia Central in Laikipia County, are counting losses worth millions of shillings after elephants repeatedly invaded their farms, destroying their crops. The animals have been entering farms weekly, creating fear among residents, especially school children. The farmers are demanding urgent intervention from the Kenya Wildlife Service, threatening to kill the elephants if no action is taken. They also called for speedy compensation, saying previous claims remain unpaid. Laikipia County Deputy Governor Ruben Kamuri urged immediate response, while KWS Senior Warden Welton Gadhungu attributed the invasion to a damaged ADC Mutara fence, which he said they are working to fix.
Kuja jaseni makaratasi, sijui kama hiyo makaratasi ndio itatucompensate ama ndio tutakula. Iko wakati mwingine niliwaita hapa na nikaghadhabika sana.
Na hizo ndovu zimetoka kilomita mingi sana. Kutoka Wapajeta mpaka Sweetwater ni kama kilomita 12. Kutoka msituni kukuja Sweetwater ni kama kilomita kama 20 na kitu.
Watu wa KWS tumekuwa na kikao mara mingi. Wananchi wamelia kabisa. Wananchi lazima wapate haki yao. Haki yao, ndovu zikae kwake, wananchi pia wapate amani.
And the county government of West Pokot has disbursed medicines worth 60 million shillings to 158 health facilities across the devolved unit. The county's chief executive officer in charge of health and sanitation, that is Claire Paklia, says despite challenges brought about by the shift to e-procurement system, the county was able to secure the medication to ensure grassroots facilities are supplied with drugs in good time. Medical staff and facilities are subsequently being urged to make prudent use of the drugs and avoid theft cases that may deny patients the critical medication.
Tusisikie ya kwamba dawa imefika na kupitia mlango mwingine. Tuwe waangalifu kwa sababu hii ni ushuru wetu na inaenda kwa watu wetu.
Na wanajua vizuri kuna shida Kenya kwa mambo ya e-procurement. Na tumeweza kupewa hii madawa kwa sababu tuko na historia mzuri na watu ya KEMSA kwa kulipa deni.
Hata kama kuna shida na maneno kidogo kidogo, kwa sababu najua kuna mambo huwa inatokea na
the national government disbursement ya funds. Wakati mnakuja mnatuongelesha, sisi kama KEMSA tutasikiza na tutaweza kusaidiana ili wananchi wa West Pokot wasiumie.
Now, the National Industrial Training Authority and the International Rescue Committee, that is IRC, have signed a memorandum of understanding to launch a childcare giver curriculum development, education and recognition of prior learning training program. This initiative aims to enhance employability, promote job creation and empower communities with a special focus on refugees and host communities in Kenya.
Will spearhead the development of a standardized childcare giver training curriculum, conduct quality assessments and certify successful trainees, including refugees, to access job opportunities both within and outside Kenya.
Our role is to ensure quality and standardizations so that every trainee certified can confidently access opportunities in the labor market, whether you are within the country or outside the country.
And in this case, we look at potential refugees who have been in the country for many years but have never had opportunity to have their skills recognized.
A key part of the initiative involves the recognition of prior learning program, which allows individuals, especially refugees and Kenyans, who have acquired skills informally to get certified without going through traditional education systems.
And we are requesting that those who have skills and would like to be certified, please come out, get assessed, get screened, and we're ready to certify you.
Boniface Odhiambo, IRC's Technical Coordinator for Economic Recovery Programs in Kenya, said the caregiving curriculum will target an initial cohort of 200 individuals.
We want to pilot this curriculum to see how effective it is and be able to churn out proper and professional caregivers.
The collaboration is set to run for 2 years initially, laying the groundwork for broader implementation nationwide. Mariambo reporting for the Lunchtime News.
And persons of interest have been arrested and others are being sought in connection to the drive-by killing of the city lawyer and university law lecturer Matthew Chalo in Karen, Nairobi. While eulogizing the late High Court advocate, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kiptum Murkomen assured the legal fraternity and the country at large that the DCI has made remarkable progress in the investigations and that the killers will face justice in the soonest time possible.
Our interest to only resolve cases that are involving prominent persons or persons who are known to us or persons who are our friends or who are holding high office. This is the same speed that must be applied in every case, including the chief who was murdered, assistant chief who was murdered in this county. When such cases of crime happen, we want to see that the DCI moves with speed to unravel the mystery behind such acts. So from my office, from myself as a person, I continue extending my condolences to his family, and I promise that we will do everything to make sure that justice is served and that the perpetrators are arrested and brought before the court of law. I am happy that all resources are being expended to make sure that this issue is resolved. On the question of gangs, I must say that are not that we, as I said last week, any gangs anyway is a threat to national security. So we will do everything. We will do law enforcement, but also we must do sensitization to the members of public to make sure that they understand the dangers of supporting criminal, supporting goons who can easily graduate to become gangs. And that issue is being dealt with, as I said. Operation work and plans are ongoing in different places where gangs have operated before. as we go towards elections, many political leaders will.
And border operators in Nanyuki, Laikipia County, using electric bikes have accused a businessman of misleading them to abandon their petrol bikes. Despite the minimal profits due to high costs of spare parts and charging of the batteries, the riders also claimed that the businessman has not supplied them with the chargers and extra batteries. They have returned the bikes and are demanding refunds and compensation for 4 months of losses. Attempts to reach the businessman were unsuccessful.
Shida tupu hii pikipiki inafika mpaka mahali unapelekea watoto salamu badala ya mkate. Pikipiki pesa zinaishia kwa kulipa moto. Hawa watu wakati mwingi tukibeba customer anakuuliza hii pikipiki iko namna gani? Wewe unajaribu kuuza sera ya hii pikipiki lakini at the end of the day unashinda, kwani utaenda ukidanganya kila mtu ukimwambia pikipiki ni mzuri na ni mbaya.
Walituambia rate yao ni 80 to 100 kulingana na mahali unapeleka the terrain, kulingana na mahali unapeleka mudi yako ya kupeleka, so itatumia hiyo moto. Lakini for now unakuta ni 50 40.
Turudishie pikipiki zao, waturudishie pesa zetu tunalipa daily plus deposit plus watu compensate because hizi pikipiki tumezimarket na tumemarket in a long way because ni pikipiki ambayo haiko standard.
From that, we now go to the Kenya Methodist University, where the National Cohesion and Integration Commission has taken its transgenerational conversations, and earlier on the chair was having a conversation with the students, and now our very own Kamche Menza is on the ground to engage the NCIC chair. Kamche?
Good afternoon to you back in studio, Betty Kiptum. Like you said, we are coming to you live from the Kenya Methodist University, where this evening KBC will be broadcasting live the transgenerational conversation that is convened by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, of course in partnership with the Korean International Cooperation Agency and UNDP. And this is in a bid to ensure that the country achieves better governance. Ndo huyo chair is here. So this afternoon, the commission has engaged the young people, majorly from the universities. They are convening at the Kenya Methodist University, where this evening also the transgenerational conversation, Nairobi County, will be taking place. We haven't started yet. Will be taking place. They're just testing the sound. Will be taking place, and we will be hearing more from the chairperson of the National Cohesion and Integration. Afternoon, this particular day, they have brought on.
Well, that is my colleague Kamche Menza there at the Kenya Methodist University, and you have seen some of the work that goes on behind the scenes. I'm sure she's not aware that she was on air, but she will be coming to us with the NCIC chair a little bit later. We do apologize for that. But now we go to Siaya County, where the Siaya County government is denying claims that it had plans of ejecting the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University Science and Technology from the Agricultural Training Center land in Siaya town, led by County Secretary Joseph Ogutu. The leaders accused those behind the rumors of spreading unnecessary panic to settle political scores. They, however, said a joint committee comprising members of the county government and the university has been formed to address the renewal of the institution's lease that expired recently. Those spreading rumors are being urged to desist from the practice that may lead to unnecessary panic in the institution's fraternity.
These allegations are misleading and not based on facts. On the MOU with JUST, the county government of Siaya signed a memorandum of understanding with JUST on 6th February 2019. This MOU expired and is currently under review with the intention of renewal, subject to the terms mutually agreed upon by both parties.
Now I am informed that my colleague Kamche Menza is ready for us at the discussing matters transgenerational conversations with the National Commission and Integration, National Cohesion and Integration Commission chairperson. Let's join her there. Kamche.
However, as I had indicated earlier, is that we are coming to you live from the Kenya Methodist University, where this evening the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation will be broadcasting live the Transgenerational Conversation Nairobi County this evening. But what is happening currently right now at the university is that students from different universities have been convened by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, of course, to get their views and opinions, or rather to engage them in this particular general transgenerational conversation. Remember, it cuts across all generations, and NCIC has been holding mini forums in various informal settlements here in Nairobi County. But this particular day, it's the young people, majorly from the universities, that have been convened here to be engaged in these talks. Remember, it's a countrywide dialogue that cuts across all generations. So this particular program is a program that is being undertaken by the National Cohesion and Integration Commission and is sponsored or have partnered with the Korean International Cooperation Agency, KOICA, as well as UNDP. So right about now, I'm joined by the chairperson, NCIC, Dr. Samuel Kobia, to actually give us an overview of what exactly are they attempting to get, or what are they planning to get from the young people as they engage them in this particular conversation. Karibu sana, chairperson.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps to start us off, you have convened the young people here. They are right behind us doing that particular conversation or that dialogue. Why the young people, let's say?
Well, thank you very much. Today, here at Kemu Towers, we have convened students from 18 universities and colleges here in Nairobi. And the objective specifically is to give the young people, and especially the university students, an opportunity and a platform to say what they would like to say to Kenya, and especially to the older generations. What we have heard before, and the reason for having such a conversation, is because the young people say they are not being heard, and secondly, when the promises are made to them, those promises are not fulfilled, and therefore they feel very frustrated. Now, what we wanted to do is now to say, here you have a chance, you can be heard, because as NCIC, when you talk to us, when you share your grievances with us, it is going to reach the government, because we are part of the government. And that is why we are so pleased to see that the turnout is very huge. And we are going to, in fact, as we talk now, the session is ongoing. Many questions that have been asked so far by young people. One is that we as a society, or as a country, we have said that when young people get education, they will be offered jobs. It is like a social contract. When young people go to school, we tell them to study hard, to be disciplined, and after that, they will get employment. But now they are saying, here we are, many of those who have gone through university have degrees, they have no jobs today. Secondly, is that opportunities for jobs are going not to those who are necessarily qualified for them, but to those who have connections. those who have godfathers. Now the question they are asking is, many of us don't have godfathers, many of us don't come from rich families, many of us don't have those who can hold our hands. So what should we do as, in this kind of a situation? So that is what we are grappling with. They are very good questions. They are actually very genuine, and therefore we wanted to discuss. We have, of course, here 4 generations represented, including the baby boomers and Generation X and the millennials, and therefore we are going to discuss and reason together and see what kind of recommendations and the demands that will be coming from young people through the transgenerational conversations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daktari. Well, Kiptum, that is basically the conversation that is going around, not just here in Nairobi, but across the country. Remember, this is the Nairobi County chapter that this evening KBC from 7:30 will be broadcasting live. All generations will be in the hall, of course, to engage in this dialogue about better governance as well as social and political decency. So around 7:30, we will be telling our viewer to tune into KBC to be able to follow up on this particular conversation that cuts across generations. A program that is conducted by NCIC in partnership with KOICA, or Korean International Cooperation Agency, in partnership with the UNDP. So basically that's it from here. Allow me to hand this back to you in studio, Betty Kiptum.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kamche Menza. They are coming to us from Kemu. That is where the transgenerational conversation is happening tonight at 7:30 p.m. on KBC Channel 1. Be sure to catch that conversation. We move on to other news now. About 150 girls in Kwale County have received leadership training from the Peace Tree Network Social Organization to empower them on politics and women's constitutional rights. Women are being challenged to consider their position by familiarizing themselves with the important provisions of the country's constitution that are related to the female gender. The challenge was given during a session to mobilize girls under the age of 30 held in Kinondo Msambweni constituency.
Vipengee vyote vingi sana ambavyo vinawaelekeza wakina mama kuchukua ari ya kujitosa katika masuala ya uongozi na siasa. Sasa iliyobaki ni wao tu kuitumia kama chombo cha kuwanasua katika swala hilo.
Wana upungufu kidogo wa uelewi wa katiba, vile inavyotakana, vile inavyotakana iwapeleke, vile inavyojieleza. Kidogo wana upungufu huo, na wangependa at least hilo tatizo liangaziwe kwa kina.
Ile community dialogue tumekuwa nayo hizi siku mbili, hii nayo ilikuwa knowing the political structure, na jana haswa kabisa tuliingia ndani ya katiba tukasoma articles zile zinahusu political rights.
Kwa hiyo tubadilishe hiyo attitude, na kama wanajamii pia tusupport wanawake ambao wanataka kugombania vyeo tofauti, tuweze kuwashika mkono na tuweze kuwapa kura. Si mwanamume tu, kila siku mwanamume, kila siku mwanamume. Hata wanawake wanaweza.
Now, President William Ruto has tasked the Kenya Defence Forces with overseeing the construction of more than 70 Level 4 hospitals across the country. Defence Principal Secretary, that is Patrick Meru, who commissioned the Sogo Level 4 Hospital in the newly established Amalo Sub-County, Narok County, confirmed that the facility being built by KDF is expected to be completed within a record 11 months. Are several ongoing KDF-led projects, including hospitals in Siaya, Kapsabet, Mutwini, Dagoretti, Meru, Olkalou, and Githunguri, as well as multiple stadiums. Narok County Governor Patrick Ntutu welcomed the initiative, noting that for years, Sogo residents had to travel to neighboring Bomet County for medical services.
Na sio kusema ya kwamba tuna replace agencies of government zingine, hapana. Ile tu tunasema ni kwamba tunataka kushirikiana na serikali nyingine, counties, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Sports, hiyo maneno yote tunapangana. Hii hospitali yote hii mpya na zile ile ingine ya zamani ya hapa Sogoo, yote itakuwa na bed capacity kama 100.
Mnaona jeshi ndio wameingia, na mnajua jeshi hawataki mchezo yenu ya paka na panya. Wanamaliza kazi within 11 months, wamemaliza na wanakuja kuandia over. Na Mheshimiwa Rais ameniambia hakuna mtu mwingine anafungua, yeye mwenyewe anakuja kufungua na kuhanda matokeo.
Meru County has received 56 million shillings in funding from the national government aimed at boosting its fight against drug abuse and addiction and gender-based violence incidents, which have been on the rise. Speaking during the handover of the funds by the State Department of Public Works to the Meru County government, Meru County CEC for Health, Dr. Dennis Mugambi, said the centre will play a key role in transforming lives and boosting the county's productivity. The facility, which will accommodate 33 patients at a time, will be staffed with a psychiatrist and clinical officers, according to the project site engineer from Mwalimu Engineers and Allied Services Limited. The facility is expected to be fully operational within 8 months.
This is a facility that should be a rehabilitative facility so that we are able to handle the concerns from the various regions or the points of Meru County.
This is a center that is going to help our youth, even our men, our women who are suffering in drugs, in drinking, substance abuse. So we will now help them be reformed.
And that story brings us to our first break here on Lunchtime News. When we come back, we shall be talking more business and sports news. Stay with us.
Caregivers face many challenges and frustrations when it comes to placing their children in learning institutions, which should not be the case.
Don't keep your children in school when they can do something with their little talent.
We are putting it forward, the government also, to look at these parents, this particular group of families that have kids like us, that, you know, we have this thing like people have affordable housing. Why can't we do something for us?
We're differently able.
We have to find out the project they're about to do.
This might bring a company down.
Give that to me.
I knew I could count on you.
What are you doing? Vlogging. Anyways, as I say,
You can't keep treating her like that.
Nyalishonita shetani. You might spare the road and spoil the child.
Don't burn the food thinking about my daughter. You see this one right here? He's drowning in debt.
Mnaona?
Sino.
Wachana na yeye.
Why does he hate me?
No, he doesn't.
Then he has to be so bad at living with people.
Welcome back. This is the business news now. The government has so far trained 20,000 youth in the ethical use of the internet and cybersecurity resilience. Communications Authority Cybersecurity Director Dr. Vincent Ngundi says that since the program began in 2020, Kenya now has a well-trained workforce that will help protect Kenya's cyberspace.
So every year we target at the very least 2,000, but the numbers have surpassed. And we actually do it in collaboration with the Kenya Cybersecurity and Forensic Association. Last year alone we did over almost 4,000. The year before we had done perhaps an equal number, and we've done it for the last 5 years.
And as they change, in that equation, you don't expect older people to adapt faster. So when the usual consumer, those who pick this faster are the youth.
Everything is going ICT, and I would also encourage people to appreciate what the government is doing, because the government has actually invested and also formed the right policies to make sure that ICT is well incorporated, especially in CBE.
The ultra-modern Liwatoni fish processing plant is expected to start operations next year following resumption of construction. Kenya Fishing Industries Corporation Chief Executive Officer, that is Dr. Mika Nyaberi, says the project, which had been delayed by legal battles, is being undertaken in 2 phases.
The ultra-modern Liwatoni fish processing plant was initiated in 2021 to enhance value addition in efforts to earn more from blue economy resources. However, the project has been delayed by legal battles.
Government has already put in 600 million shillings so that we can get 5 deep-sea going vessels. This will contribute to the other deep sea, but the target is almost 100 deep sea going vessels, and this can actually be achieved in the span of the next 2 years.
The first phase, that is projected to cost 1.5 billion shillings, involves a fresh and frozen processing facility with a capacity of processing 100 metric tons of fish per day, a cannery with a capacity to process 50 metric tons, and a cold storage facility with a capacity of 1,000 metric tons.
We have a fish mill that was introduced, and we're also going to introduce the fuel handling for the vessels. And apart from that, we are also to have a flake ice processing machine, and this one will be producing almost 200 metric tons of flake ice every day.
The second phase 2 project, to cost 4.5 billion shillings, will be financed through public-private partnership and build, operate, transfer models, transforming Liwatoni into a special economic zone.
Ice plants and all the other repairs that have come up as a result of the time taken between the time the facilities were built up to now. There's been quite a deterioration, and so we are fixing that, and we will go and partner with them and make sure they produce ice in order for them to get quality fish.
Now, farmers in Migori County are set to benefit from a major financial boost after the county government, in partnership with the National Agricultural Value Chain Development Project, disbursed some money. Let's just get that story.
We are also launching today 37.4 million that has so far been given, but as we speak here, we are supporting 3 circles and 1 FPO at a tune of 3.7 million. The project is also supporting even other value chains which are actually not being supported by the project. For example, maize production. Maize is our area. Maize is a staple food.
Tuko na sako ya Meru West Farmers ambao tayari hapo tulipo tumeshapewa inclusion grant ya 1 million ambayo inaenda kusaidia wakulima. Na vile vile kwa muda mrefu kwa upande wa wakulima kama hao wengine hatuko tunapata namna ya kufanya saving. Sasa hizi ukiangalia kama sako ya Meru West, watu wanafanya savings na sana kina mama. Wale ambao huwa wako sokoni, wengi wao unakuta kwamba huwa hawapati namna ya kuweza kuweka pesa mbali. Hii iko hapo karibu na wanaenda wanawekea wanatunza.
Kenya is among countries set to benefit from the first artificial intelligence factory that will be stationed in Uganda. The Synetics Technologies Limited project is putting up a 100-megawatt hyperscale green energy facility, which will focus on the development of sovereign AI factories, and supercomputing facilities will be stationed at Karuma hydropower plant.
98% of African data is processed abroad, limiting the continent's ability to shape its own intelligence.
in a bid to ensure African developers build artificial intelligence models tailored for the continent and embed local languages into the regional data, Synthetics Technologies Limited and Schneider Electric have set up the first sovereign supercomputer and AI factory ecosystem in Uganda. The Ionian project that will be stationed at the Karuma hydropower plant will focus on development of sovereign AI factories and supercomputing facilities.
I think it's a great thing. It's the first in Africa, really. And apart from that, we have structured it into several parts. While it's 100 megawatts, we broke it down into 15 megawatts modules.
The first phase of the project comprises of a 15 megawatt module and a 10 megawatt supercomputer and will begin operations in 2026.
The current project, the first phase of it is a 10 megawatt supercomputer, which is all about AI, and a 15 megawatts AI factory in that sense.
The 156 billion shillings Ionian project will also involve construction of an AI center of excellence that will train local developers on modern AI skill sets.
We need to teach, and we call it a build, operate, transfer model, where we bring in the knowledge from scratch. We invite, and we are looking now already for talent here in Africa to come and work with us together so that they can train and see how we maintain the infrastructure, that we transfer our knowledge, that by the end of the day, they can do it themselves.
We believe it's also part of our role to make sure that we bring this new tech to this base.
The 10 megawatt sovereign supercomputer named Usio, meaning infinite in Swahili, will be Africa's first sovereign supercomputer. Benson Drioba reporting for Lunchtime News.
Now, Airtel Kenya is expanding network and diversifying services as part of its broader push to increase market share. In an exclusive interview with KBC Channel 1, Airtel Kenya's CEO Ashish Malhotra said the telco is investing billions of shillings in infrastructure to transform lives and empower communities across Kenya.
For the data center. It'll be one of the biggest data centers that we are building for East Africa. It's a business that we're venturing into because we do see potential. More than Airtel, we definitely believe it will set Kenya ready for the next leap in as the digital hub. We all know we are known as the Silicon Savannah, but now it helps cements the position of Kenya as the digital hub. So that's why for Airtel and for Nextra and for Kenya, it's a very proud moment for all of us to do the groundbreaking, and by Q1 2027, we should have these services up and running if everything goes well, and we are sure it'll go well. There are retail customers which we serve through our ever-expanding network across the country, both in urban as well as rural markets. This is targeting more of businesses, SMEs across the country for providing them a platform or a secure, reliable, scalable place for the needs, the business continuity needs. Yeah, and they don't have to have high expertise of how to run a data center or how to store the data, how to process the data. All these things happens under this one roof. So it is that is the clientele, that is the market which we are looking at. Airtel is known for Airtel has got previous data centers, so we are known for quality of service, and we have the biggest of experts coming together to build this massive project and give it life. About 3-4 years back, our network was just about around 1,700 to 1,800 sites. Today we have about 4,300 sites. If you remember last year, I had promised that we will be rolling out over 1,000 sites, and we fulfilled that promise. And the more is to be done. And we're starting the next rollout in the next 1 month or so for this, adding more and more infrastructure. We are reaching to the deeper parts of Mashinanis across the country, and as we say, na bado, to na grow. We are not done yet. We'll keep on working hard and to serve as many Kenyans as possible. For people who do not have coverage or have some coverage issues right now, we are working hard, and thank you for your patience. Airtel Fiber is something that we will embark upon in due course of time. Let that invite you for that, and but it will be soon. Right now you have home broadband through a fixed wireless access device, which is called the Smart Box. We launched that about a year and a half back. The only device in the country today which had a battery backup as an option. Now, last month itself, we moved to a device which gives you an antenna along with the device, so that you can get stronger indoor coverage in places where sometimes, there's some breaks in the coverage. We have also revised our pricing on the home broadband side to now 2,000 shillings for 15 Mbps plan for 30 days, unlimited internet. Okay, so that product is also live today, and I am very, very sure in days to come, months to come, we will have a launch, and Kevin will meet again for a launch for a home fiber also. So that is work in progress, but the needs of home internet is being catered by unlimited internet today. So that work is in progress, and we are, again, as I say, I always keep on saying, Asante Nisana to all our brothers and sisters, to all our customers, for all the support that they have given Airtel Kenya, and we'll not stop. We'll keep on working hard, and Nabado, we're not done yet.
That particular story was filed by Alan Aoko. Now, Kenya is wooing American investors to explore large-scale farming and agro-processing in wheat, yellow, maize and rice. Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe says this could transform Kenya from a net importer to an exporter of key staples, boosting food security and trade competitiveness. Kagwe spoke during an investment tour in the United States.
Through the United States Africa Trade Desk, Kagwe secured a deal to increase entry of more Kenyan agricultural products to the U.S. retail market, alongside financing support for Kenyan exporters to sustain large export volumes. Kagwe has urged American investors to venture into large-scale farming and agro-processing in wheat, yellow maize and rice to enhance food security. He also held talks with Tara Nathan, Executive Vice President of MasterCard at the Kenya Consulate, where they agreed to building a centralized agricultural information and resource center that will consolidate farmers' data, boost transparency, and unlock tailored financial solutions for producers. Kenya's agricultural colleges will also benefit from new academic and research ties, following a collaboration with South Carolina State University 1890 Research and Extension. The partnership aims to provide training, knowledge exchange, and research on improved crop breeds and extension services. The mission also witnessed the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, KNCCI, and the South Carolina African American Chamber of Commerce, representing more than 15,000 businesses. The agreement sets the stage for increased trade, investment linkages, and business collaborations between the two regions. Wairi Mujenga for Lunchtime News.
Now, record Football Kenya Federation, that is FKF Premier League champions Gor Mahia, lost 2-0 to FKF Premier League champions Gor Mahia lost 2-0 to Tanzanian soccer giant Simba FC in a pre-season friendly match that was played at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium last evening. Simba took the lead in the 8th minute through Mohamed Hamza, who headed home a free kick. Stephen Dese Mukwala then added a second for Simba in the 55th minute. Gor were using the friendly as preparations for the new FKF Premier League season, where they will take on Bidco United on 21st of this month.
Kama ulisubiri striker refu kuliko goli, asubiri cross za juu apige kichwa, umepotea sana. Akaingia kwenye nafasi, hakupata tabu, akaambia weka kwenye njia ikawekwa mpira, naye akaweka kwenye nyavu moja kwa moja. Stephen Dese Mukwala angefanya nini? Karuka goalkeeper Gadi Matthew, lakini hakufikia, mpira unakwenda kwenye nyavu.
The Athletics Integrity Unit has appealed to the Court of Arbitration for Sport following the decision of a national hearing panel of the Ethiopian Anti-Doping Authority dated 27th August to clear Diribe Welteji of an anti-doping rule violation for a breach of Article 2.3 of the Ethiopian National Anti-Doping Office rules.
As part of the appeal, the AIU has requested provisional measures from the CAS declaring Diribe Welteji ineligible to compete pending the outcome of the appeal. That application will be heard by the CAS division president, who will determine whether Welteji may compete at the forthcoming World Athletics Championship in Tokyo. Welteji is entered in the women's 1500 meters, the heats of which are on Saturday 13 September 2025. A decision is expected from CAS before Saturday.
Diribe Welteji, what a well-judged 1500 metres from her.
Meanwhile, the stage is set for a thrilling climax to the 2025 National as Kisumu hosts the much-anticipated Dallas Sevens at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium Mamboleo from September 13 to 14. With KCB, RFC and Strathmore Leos locked in a fierce battle for the overall crown, all eyes will be on Kisumu as the circuit's final leg promises explosive rugby action and vibrant fan energy. As it stands, KCB Rugby lead the circuit with 104 points. A semi-final berth to secure the championship, while Strathmore Leos on 95 points will be banking on a perfect run at Dala to keep their hopes alive. Finally, the 2025 NCBA Golf Series is set to continue this Saturday ahead of a busy golfing weekend that will also have the Kenya Amateur Golf Championship Series and the US Kids Golf take place. The NCBA Golf Series, now in its 5th year, will be held at the Par 72 Royal Nairobi Golf Club, where over 300 golfers have signed up to battle for slots to the coveted Grand Finale, scheduled to be held at Muthaiga Golf Club on November 25.
And sports brings us to the end of the news updates during these lunchtime news broadcast. My name is Betty Kiptum and Byron Abuli is my colleague on the sign language interpretation. We now leave you with an episode of Cinemas and Theatres, which is our weekly feature of productions made in Kenya for the entertainment of Kenyans and beyond. Take a look.
Yes, sir.
Give him a break for once.
The film Lost in Time, directed by Peter Kawa, stars George Moore as Sam.
I made a room for you in my house.
A man desperate for a fresh start who moves into his best friend compound with his wife and daughter.
Ladies, welcome home.
However, what begins as a hopeful new chapter quickly spirals into a nightmare journey through buried secrets and past traumas.
Initially, it was not a mental health film. It was just a thriller that had a lot of twists and turns. But the moment we realized that as we were developing our character, we realized that this man is actually going through something that we can easily, tie in with the mental health conversation. Myself and my writer, Edijo, we are both fathers. And our executive producer, called Jimmy Gore, is a father. And we realized some of the challenges that we go through when you're raising our kids are things that we could tackle in this film.
There's something strange going on at Michael's place.
Peter Kawa, the film director, notes the protagonist George Moore delivered a powerful performance as Sam.
Sifa.
With Lillian, a man haunted by his father's secrets and driven by an obsessive need to protect his child.
How many times have I told you not to go running like that, Sifa? How many times? How many times?
His character embodies the silent struggle many men face when dealing with psychological trauma and emotional distress.
Judge Moore, who won actually Best Actor for playing the role in the film, initially he had started working with us this journey. He had heard that we are developing this script. And we were like, why not give him a chance? Because we've always known Judge Moore to be this even his performances in other projects, you can always tell he's all this manly man. But we were like, how about if we give him a challenge? Something that can really dig deep into his emotions. It's an experience that made us feel like you do not necessarily need money if you really have a good story and you have a community around you that are willing to come on board and co-produce with you. Yes, because many people gave in kind to make sure that the film was a success.
I need to go in there.
I can't let you do that, Sam. I won't allow you to.
The film's evaluation of the themes of mental health is particularly relevant in the context of increasing awareness around mental health.
Sifa!
Peter Kawa notes Lost in Time contributes to this discourse by highlighting the destructive impact of unaddressed mental health issues and the importance of seeking help.
We had done a couple of conversations even before the premiere. We had gone to mental health institutions. We had talked to patients, and we made sure that the film is quite relatable to a conversation that was very ripe at that time. If we do not use film as a tool to speak to a generation, especially just highlighting the challenges they are going through, then you're not necessarily doing much. So we felt like, even when we started out even doing films as Film Lab Kenya back in the day, we had a very intentional agenda. How do we use our film as a conversation starter? We want men not to be afraid to speak out their hearts. Sometimes, African men, we've been raised to be macho men, but then how will we heal if you don't find someone, if you don't create a community? Not even just telling everyone. Why don't you just create a community of, men and sit and just talk about the challenges you're going through, and you realize whatever you're going through, maybe someone else is going through the same.
Call the authorities and tell them what, that our friend and neighbor have our daughter.
The film has also bagged different awards, including 5 Kalasha Awards in 2019 for Best Feature Film, Best Director Peter Kawa, Best Actor George Moore, Best Screenplay Edijo Maniki, and Best Sound Design Karanja Kyare.
I came into this industry when the film industry was literally taking shape. Technically, yes, there was growth, but the business mind behind it was still shaky. But as we speak right now, 18 years down the line for me, I'd say there's a lot of potential. We've been growing. I'd say we have a film commission that has been very supportive, especially if you'll allow me to mention the name of the CEO of the Kenya Film Commission, Timothy Owase. He's done a great job ever since he took up in 2018. He's tried his best to put us on the map. Right now, Lost in Time is on an online platform called My Movies Africa. Yes, it is literally the only platform right now that is locally made, locally run, and is really giving out of a big platform for many filmmakers who are looking for, visibility and a platform to showcase their films.
Listen to the sound of my voice.
Jacqueline Masharia for Cinemas and Theatre.
Na sasa unafikiri vile umefunga ile gate kuna chochote umefanya?
Kwani wanawake huwa wanafikiria aje?
Tuongelee kitu tumekuleta hapa, alafu uende.
Are you confessing to a crime, Alex?
Jemedari is planning to run away. Relax.
Kwani mnaenda safari ya dharura?
Choosing to go down with dad, does it prove your undying life for him?
Mimi ni mamako. Usiniongeleshe hivyo. Allah.
Wanafunzi mupo?
Sisi ni wa kesho taa. Msituzime jamaa.
Aina ya kwanza ya goma ni ile dudu 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 dudu. Iyo. Aina ya pili ya goma ni ile ya Kevin amefuja TV. Baba yake akakuja akamuuliza kaiwe na goma.
Wazazi wanapaswa